There you go, the first tick on the index, holding on to 19,550, climbing a little bit, up about 40 odd points. The opening, you'd have to say, is largely flat with a bit of a positive bias. Mid caps are doing better, while the bank Nifty is just about, okay, now it's in the red. There you have it. So what's dragging? Cipla is down about 2.5%. Britannia posted its numbers under pressure. Asian Paints, Nestle, FMCG is not looking good actually. ITC, Titan, Asian Paints, Nestle all in the red this morning. HUL is also under a bit of pressure right now. And now you have other pharma names, not just Cipla, but Sun Pharma that's also trending in the red as we speak. What's batting for the bulls is M&M, up about 1.5%, post their numbers. Very strong numbers coming through this time for M&M. Hindalco up about 0.7%, Divi's Lab up 0.7%. Wipro in the green, Ultratech Cement, TCS, etc. are all holding up in the green. Of course, a lot of the action is in the broader markets. Paytm is now up 10%, so we'll focus more on that. But otherwise, you'd have to say the market opening is decent. The Nifty is up about 50 odd points. The mid-cap index up almost 100 points, and the advance decline ratio well in favor of the advances. So looking pretty good.
Well, that's right. So, on Paytm, I'll just wonder whether or not it can hold on to this 10% gains because, there's no change of management. There's no economic interest, no change of economic interest as well. And there's no payment as well. So, for the time being, it's up close to 10%. I'll be interested to see whether or not it can hold on to these levels. Well, moving on to the next couple of stocks. Navin Fluorine, well, they have received a directive from the Gujarat Pollution Board to halt operations. So that's for 15 days. So that stock, in fact, is down close to around 2% as we speak. A couple of other notable movers today. Dixon Technologies, after the big run that we saw last week, well, that's pulled back close to around 4% in trade. ABFRL, though, that's down close to around 2% as well. On the flip side, well, APL Apollo Tubes, the numbers looked a little bit disappointing, but that's the kind of appetite you have for the stock. It opened up more or less flattish. The street seems to say that maybe they were sitting on some high-cost inventory. So going ahead, things will improve. So that one, in fact, is up close to around 2% as we speak. KPIT Technologies as well, up 3%. And Zen Technologies, let's pull up that stock. It came up with a good set of numbers. It was more or less on expected lines because the management has been joining us here on CNBC-TV18 and telling us that they expect numbers to look good from here on. That's locked up close to around 10% or thereabouts. Prashant.
Well, right out of the gates, so much action, right? Sterlite Tech, if you can pull that stock up, it's up about 7-8%. Numbers, by the way, for the first quarter, we had the management with us as well. Were not all that great. There was quarter-on-quarter compression. But the cabinet over the weekend approved the last mile Bharat net connectivity, that is 1.4 lakh crores. So that is coming as a booster for this one. HFCL is the other one, which is up about 6% as well. So that's the action. Vector Foods is up 6%, is coming up with large volumes for this point in the day. There is Graphite India, which is up 3%, 4%. Ethos, well, look at that, 11%. 12% gains on Ethos. That's a big mover, 1,620 on Ethos. And coming up on the back of very strong volumes as well. Global Spirits is another one. And I think here also there is news flow with regards to, we had the management with us, companies like BCL Industries, maybe we can put them up as well. BCL and Globus and a bunch of others. Maybe we are seeing a similar kind of action. Grain-based ethanol manufacturers. So BCL is the other one. It's up 5%. Yeah, Globus and BCL both up 5%. ICICI Lombard is up 3%. I think that approval for the bank to raise its stake came through 3%. That's a mover with some volumes. KRBL is up about 5% or so. So there is no dearth of stock-specific news flow-led volumes which are coming through. On the downside, Adani Green is coming up with a cut. That's down 8.5%. Stocks at about, 927, 926, 927 or so. And, I was talking about Dixon early on with Prakash. Dixon is starting down 4%. It's the government's given some breathing space. It's not the ban on import of laptops, tablets doesn't go into effect immediately. So stocks coming off just a bit. I think Nigel already pointed out Navin Fluorine. We discussed JK Tires, which is down 1%. Balakrishna, I think we discussed. Mankind had a big run after the earnings, and Mankind is down about 2.5% as well. Sonia.
The biggest Nifty gainer now is M&M. It's up 2.5%. Nomura has quite an aggressive target price of the stock. I'll just pull up the stock for you. M&M is trading at sub 1500. Nomura's target price is almost 2000, 1978 to be precise. So a lot of brokerages have raised their estimates, target price, etc. post the earnings that have come through. Very strong earnings, multi-quarter high in margin. So that's one stock. Just a couple of more stocks that I want to mention. Zomato, after reporting profitability, has once again climbed the charts this morning. Another 4% higher on Zomato, a fresh high on that, but I think it's approaching 100 rupees now. Affle India, good commentary from the management and positive moves there. And Morpen Labs, very strong numbers. So that is another stock that's looking pretty solid this
Just
morning.
one word on Adani Green. I think there was a large trade, right? Close to 2.5%, 3% equity, I think, has changed hands. So that explains why that one's down close to around 8%. And KRBL, well, we are at CNBC-TV18 have asked the management numerous times, if we're sitting on 1,000 crores of cash, what are you going to do? Well, they released a note on the BSE on Friday, post-market hours, that they're going to be looking at a buyback. So interesting to see what the quantum is. But it seems the street has taken that positively, stock up 4%.
Ethos came out with numbers?
Numbers, yes.
Numbers.
Good
So that's
set of
a
numbers.
1650. So that's a very large move. That's one of the biggest gainers that we have right now in the broader market. 40 points on the Nifty now, so 19,560, consolidating a little bit, but consolidating higher after Friday's bounce back.